We're Jed Harrelson and the Finger Lips.
The finger lips again. It's a little bit of a tongue twister there. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We're going to be playing tonight here at Live at the Shop in Dunbar. Our show starts here at it's 9 o'clock now, so you'll probably start here in like the next hour, though, something like that.
Soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
Colton, this is not your first time here, but it is for Jed. So nothing personal. I'm going to skip over you and go right to Jed.
Yeah,
momentarily,
perfect.
And we'll come back and talk.
Yeah,
Jed,
man.
tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
My name is Jed Harrelson. I'm originally from Texarkana, Arkansas. I've been in Nashville, Tennessee for like right under 3 years. I moved there right when COVID started. It's kind of a shit time to move, but made it through, and the last couple years been doing some full-time music in downtown Nashville with my band, the Finger Lips. They're back there. But yeah, I mean, we came from Nashville, Tennessee this morning. This is our first time in West Virginia ever. Really first time north of Kentucky. So this is really cool to be here. Meeting a lot of cool people already. Ready to play for some new faces.
Yeah, we're excited to have you.
Yeah.
And, I checked out your music yesterday and listened, and you got a real cool bluesy rock sound going on. And actually, kind of, I don't know if you know who the band is, but they're called Molada in the Humble. And kind of had a sound of them.
Okay, no, I never heard of it. But...
Yeah, you might want to check them out.
Okay, yeah, I'll check them out.
Yeah, it's. I thought it kind of sounded like that, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to hear you guys play tonight, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So, welcome to the shop. Welcome to Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, man.
Hey, y'all been nice to us so far. This has been really good.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
we try to be. They say West Virginia is the northernmost southern state and the southernmost northern state.
Okay.
So,
Right.
like,
Right in the middle.
right in the middle of it. Yeah.
No, there's some good people. We went to the gas station, talked to some folks, and hell, our people at our Airbnb were nice. I think they're coming to the show tonight too, which
Oh,
is
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Okay. Do you hook them up with tickets? And you're like, hey.
No, not yet, because I got them a little package at the house.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, give them a little merch package for them for letting us stay there.
Yeah, I got
That's
you.
good,
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's probably more comfortable to stay at Airbnb than it would be like a hotel.
We've tried the hotels and we like to have some fun, and it's
Right.
easier to do that in like a house or
Of course.
somebody like we're staying in somebody's pool house, which is cool.
Right.
And they give us our privacy and we can wash clothes there.
Nice.
It beats a hotel for sure.
Okay, so are you guys just staying for the night, or you taking back off tomorrow?
Well,
What's going
so tomorrow morning we're packing up and we're heading to Annapolis, Maryland,
on? Oh, okay.
another state we've never been to, which is cool. We're playing at this alpaca farm.
That's cool.
It's some gala that I don't know a whole lot about it, but
Yeah.
some people saw us playing Nashville about 6 months ago. Shot me an email, was like, "Hey, how can we get you up here to play a show?" Figured it out, and now we're doing it. Which is cool. And this is probably the furthest we've traveled for any show.
Yeah.
So which is cool. Yeah.
So it's kind of like not really off subject, but like, what kind of vehicle do you drive? I imagine like you need to have really good gas mileage when you're out touring and
Well,
stuff.
this-
you need to have a suitable vehicle for your band members and all of your equipment too.
Yeah. Well, so this is the first time where I've rented a van, and we got 5 of us in this van, and it's packed. We got a lot of stuff with us, but we used to just take my F-150, and I've got this trailer that was gifted to me that, I mean, it's seen some better days. It seems like every time we go anywhere with that trailer, we pop not just one but 2 trailer tires.
Oh, wow.
So we got to stack up on rental tires whenever spare tires whenever we go anywhere with that trailer. But this is the first time in the van, and I don't think we'll do it any different because it's nice. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. The gas mileage is kind of shit, but we're here for the journey.
Right.
It's
It's
okay.
it's just part of doing business, right?
Yeah, man. It's part of it. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys said that you said earlier just a little bit ago that last week you were playing in your hometown, and then you came back and you were playing at a show that. Why don't you just go ahead and explain?
Yeah. So I'm from Texarkana, Arkansas, and Caden, who plays bass with us, he's also from Texarkana. We are very blessed to have like some great hometown support. It seems like every time we go do a show in my hometown, which is once a year, it's like Black Friday is like our time to play a show for the last 3 years, and each time it gets a little bit bigger. 100 tickets, 200 tickets. Well, we almost did 500 tickets this year. It was the biggest show we've ever played
Nice.
for with this group, and which is great. It was like the best weekend of my life. It was awesome. Heard a lot of good things from a lot of faces I hadn't seen, which is great. Felt good. But then on Wednesday, we played in Nashville to a room of about 8 or 9 people, and still gave the same kick-ass performance, I like to think. But it's about the playing, It's like those big shows are great, We haven't
Right.
had a whole lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
but it humbles you a little bit when you go back to, especially in Nashville,
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee. Like 8 people.
Right.
But we rocked those 8 people's socks off. It was great, but. Yeah.
It's because Nashville's so big and there's so many venues to play at and things, of course, and everybody's competing for the same thing
Oh,
to get
man.
their name known, get their music heard.
Yeah.
So, what was the bar that you said, or the venue you said that you were playing at that was Justin Timberlake's?
Yeah, so for the last year, we've been playing, 3 to 5 nights at this place. It's called the 1230 Club.
Mm-hmm.
About a year and a half ago, Justin Timberlake, he's the main investor.
Right.
His name's not on it.
Right.
But it's kind of known that it's his spot.
Mm-hmm.
They keep us busy, and they let us play our music. We get to play original music in downtown Nashville,
Yeah.
which does not happen often.
Not at
you
all.
know.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
You got to
and-
stick to like the classics. That's
A lot of covers.
a lot of
Well,
covers.
so we're playing these
Of
3
just-
and 4 hour sets. Yeah,
Of just country music or like rock or
well, so-
rockabilly, a mix of all that.
the covers that we get to play, it's we play a lot of like 90s, 2000s R&B, and like 2000s
Oh, okay.
rock.
Yeah.
And we, like I said, we play a lot of original music. It's kind of scattered all over the spot. But we don't really take requests. We like to play the songs that we like to play, and knock on wood, it's worked out.
Wow.
We've made a
That's
living for the
awesome.
last 2 years in downtown Nashville.
Yeah, that's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. But places like this who let us come play in new spots.
Yeah.
I guess it's good to get out and explore and to play new places and, of course, get your music heard by new people too. So, I don't know, Charleston and Dunbar for sure is a lot smaller than Nashville, but we've got a great group of people. We've got a great city here and a great group. Like I said again, a great group of people that support the live music here. So
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I'm sure that we'll have a good show and that the people will enjoy it and maybe you can come back again in the future and play again.
I'm hoping so, because we've already had a good time. We hadn't even played yet,
Right, yeah. Well, you're cool so far, and I dig your personality, so
Thank you,
that's a
man. I
plus.
appreciate
And
it.
of course, we'd like to have the rest of your guests on here, but it's a little bit tight back here in the corner,
Yeah.
so
Be piled up on here.
Little tight.
it's all right. It's all right. And not everybody's always comfortable to sit in front of a bunch of lights and cameras and stuff.
I mean,
like
it's
that
hot.
either, so
It's hot.
it's a
You know
little
it's
warm.
hot too.
It's hot, yeah. Yeah.
So, you guys are from Arkansas. Tell me what it's like living back in Arkansas. Is it flat?
So
Flatter than West Virginia.
yeah. Well, so it depends on where you're at. I'm from Texarkana, Arkansas.
That's an interesting name.
Well,
is
so-
that close to Texas?
So it's one town but 2 states.
Okay.
It's Texas and Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm from the Arkansas side of Texarkana. But it's kind of cool because like if you want to go eat anywhere in Texarkana, you got to go to Texas. So like you go to Texas, damn near every day if you're living there. The music scene's not great. There's a couple venues, but it's definitely good visiting home. You
Yeah.
know, but it's one of those unique towns. It's called Texarkana, twice as nice, because
Twice
it's
as
2
nice.
states.
'Cause it's in
Yeah,
2
right.
states.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of like
get that.
Bristol. Like Bristol is in Tennessee and Virginia.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you can be right there on the line. You go across the street and you're in a different state.
Yeah. It's one of those cool
Yeah,
spots.
I've always wondered that because I drive through, like coming back from down south, drive through and it'll say Bristol, Virginia. I'm like, there's no
Right.
Bristol, Virginia.
Well, yeah. So like I remember we played in Bristol, Tennessee, but we stayed in Bristol, Virginia, and we were like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
The place that we stay, the guy that put us up for the night, so he lived in Virginia, but we played in Tennessee. So,
It's cool.
Cool.
yeah.
It's like when you go to Cincinnati, there's a lot of shows that happen in Cincinnati, but you might stay over in Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. And like there's Covington.
Is that what's
So
that's
yeah,
that's on the other side?
Yeah,
of it.
plenty of
Okay.
people were like, "Oh yeah, I live in Cincinnati." It's like you live in Covington, you don't live in Cincinnati. But I mean, what's the difference, you know?
There's some venue in Covington that gets a lot of great bands.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know what you're talking about. It's I don't know what you're talking
Guess
about.
it's as good as mine. Yeah, right. Yeah, I always see that. I'm like, hey, like that might be worth going for a drive to go see.
It's
Never
gonna
do
come
that.
to me.
Yeah,
It's gonna come to
it'll
me.
come back around. No worries.
Yeah.
So you said you're playing in Annapolis coming up. What tomorrow?
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
is
at the-
Annapolis, Maryland.
At the Alpaca Farm.
yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it's an event going on.
Yeah,
And
it's some gala. I don't know. It's like it's a charity event.
okay.
I'm not too sure what it is exactly, but hell, it's a new spot.
That's cool. And then after Maryland, you going back home? Or you going back to Nashville?
Yeah, we're gonna head back to Nashville on Sunday. We got a few days off, and we got some stuff next week in downtown Nashville. But
Okay. You got anything planned for New Year's?
so I like to go home and be with my family during New Year. We have a pretty fun thing we do every year. It's just we go out to this river and just kind of be with each other. It's nice.
That's cool.
But January 4th, we're hitting it hard.
Yeah.
the goal for the new year is to play in new markets and build a fan base in new spots. You know, that's the name of our game for 2023. You know, we got some stuff on the books. You know, March and April.
Right.
For the first couple months, we'll still be playing in Nashville some, but we're gonna make some noise this year for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
man.
like, have you done very much touring, or like
I mean, we've done.
just starting out touring?
Yeah, man. We used to do like every December we'd spend the whole month of December playing around Texas and Arkansas, mostly in Arkansas. But you know, we would go, you know, probably 2 weeks at a time. But like I said, I know Arkansas is a small town on its own, so but not to new faces. You know, typically when we go tour, it's to people that know us already.
Right.
You know, this is our first time like going on the road where nobody knows us. You know, and it's cool to go play for everybody you know. You know, but it's time to grow a little bit. You know,
Right.
I still have love for Arkansas. I would love it. We're playing there in April. You know, but you know, it's time to go see some new stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it's always good to you know, spread your wings, fly a little
Yeah,
bit, get out of the
yeah.
nest, and try things. And
Exactly.
you know, and while you're still young, get out and hit
Yeah.
as many shows as you can. Do as much.
Go
as
do
you
it,
can.
man.
Build that portfolio, so
Do
you
it.
got a big fat stack right there. And whenever
Exactly.
you know you get heard by the right person, you're like, well, here's A through Z that I've done.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
been all around the United States, and I mean, not that that really matters, but
Yeah,
they'll
like
put you out there once that time comes too, of course.
yeah, like you were talking about, like, you know, maybe playing for 8 or 9 people. You never know who those 8 or 9 people might be.
Exactly.
And also, you know, the next time that you go back to that city, you already have an in, like you already played at the bar down the street, so it might be easier for you to get in the medium-sized venue or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you never know really who you're gonna meet at a show,
Well, think
and they'll
about it.
remember that
Yeah.
you played hard for them,
Yeah.
even though there was nobody there. They'll remember that,
Yeah.
you know.
I like to
So-
think we play the same show for 8 people or 800 people. You know,
Right.
That's the spirit, man.
We like
wanna
to
give
get
them
down.
the
We just like
same
to have fun on
quality
there.
performance each time.
We try to. You know.
Yeah.
I like to think that we get down every time. You know, and we can get down tonight. Y'all gonna see it. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, sweet. Now let's see. I read earlier there was an article that was recently. I don't know how recent, but there's an article written about you is on your link tree. It talked about a new single that you have. Is it called "The Moth"?
The Moth song. Yeah, we
Moth
released
song,
the
yeah.
Moth song in October.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually did 2 songs. One called Dina, and then shortly after the Moth song.
Okay.
It's a cool little jam. We record everything in my house. We have this little home studio, and my brother Hank, he's back here. I don't know, the lights are bright. I can't see him. But Hank's the audio engineer on all of my music.
Yeah.
And it's cool because, you know, we get to work on it together, and we live together in Nashville. He's 21, and I know he just turned 22. My bad, Hank. Sorry.
Happy birthday, Hank.
Yeah,
Happy birthday,
just
bro.
last week. Yeah, and but yeah, the Moth song is doing good, man. Hearing a lot of good stuff with it. We got more songs coming. You know, for the new year, we're gonna try to do songs every 4 or 5 weeks. You know, singles for right now. Trying to build up a fan base to put out a bigger project. You
Right.
know?
That's kind of the move right now, man.
Yeah.
I've kind of learned the hard way that albums are not really the way to do it anymore. That's kind of like an old thing. Putting out singles and like we were talking about earlier, doing little short form
Yeah.
reels and YouTube and all that. Like that's where it's at.
The attention span is a lot shorter.
Much
nowadays.
shorter.
Yeah.
Right. You can get someone to listen to one song,
You
but
can.
trying to get them to listen to 12 songs is like
Yeah.
you're asking a lot.
Well, and I think releasing songs
Yeah,
at a
of course.
time, each time you release a song, you might grab 2 or 3 people who will listen to that 12-song album in the future.
Right.
You know, and I think we're trying to build that demand for an album.
Right.
Right now, we want people to hear us. Not enough people are wanting to hear us yet. So we're trying to make a little noise so they want more right
Yeah, of
now.
course.
We're seeing a little bit of growth with each song, which is cool.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's all organic. We're trying to be organic as we can.
Yeah.
It's all organic growth, you know.
Yeah, so I heard you guys talking briefly about using the different social media accounts to you know, try to grow your following, and can you tell me more about that? The difficulties, the pros and cons of possibly like using TikTok or Instagram, you know, to broaden your fan
We
base.
can talk all day about it. I mean,
Yeah.
we were talking about, you know, the saturation of every social media thing right now. You know?
Right. You got to do something to stand out, but at the same time, you still have to do what everybody else is doing. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like you have to. It's a similar format that you have to kind of
Yeah.
figure out, or like certain things are trending, certain topics, whatever it is. But you got to find a way to make it your own.
They say, I've always heard in the music scene, you got to play the game. The game's changed.
That's the game right now. Yeah.
Right now, you kind of got to play the social media game.
Yeah.
Constantly evolving, too.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking about. You can see your analytics, your insights, like how many people you're actually reaching. But like, you share just a regular post with text or just a regular picture. Like that's a thing of the past. Like you're reaching dozens of people, maybe hundreds. Share a reel, or you got a good quality, like you're saying TikTok. I mean, you're reaching thousands, maybe millions of people.
Yes.
That don't even know you. They're not your friend. They're not your hometown crowd. They're people
who don't know you.
They're strangers.
Yeah.
So so that's potential.
It's a tool.
Huge potential.
It's a tool, and I've definitely fallen into the hole of that tool before.
Yeah.
You can use it and it'll work. You just can't get lost in it. That's part of it.
What do you mean get lost in it?
There have been those times where I'll be scrolling like on TikTok or Instagram
yeah.
Reels and
mindless scrolling.
Bottomless scrolling, and then that guy pops up and says, "Hey, you should probably take a break right now. You've been scrolling for a long time." And I'm like, "Damn, 45 minutes has gone by."
Yeah. Well, we're live. It doesn't matter. I say whenever I wake up in the morning, I go to use the bathroom. It's my bathroom in the morning. My bathroom break ends up being from maybe just a few minutes to like maybe 20 or
You get in the zone.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there and I'm mindlessly scrolling through stuff, and I'm like, wait a second, like I've been sitting here wasting time for the last 20 minutes or so. Like I need to take a shit and get off the pot and get on with my day.
I'm kind of bad about like the YouTube rabbit hole of like I look something up because I'm curious, and you can learn basically anything you want to know on YouTube. There's somebody on there that will teach you how to do it or teach you that whatever it is. So you look that up, and the next thing you know, you're looking something else up, and it's like a.
See, that happens to me like late at night.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at.
And, like,
late night.
Start going through the circle, going through the rabbit hole, going down the rabbit hole of different. I don't know. Usually with music videos, it's like the algorithm shows you what it thinks it wants you to see. But like finding new music, I love doing that through YouTube because there's a lot of stuff you can't find through like Spotify. Obviously,
I release a lot of stuff only on YouTube.
Really,
just live videos and stuff. But yeah,
of course. So it's a great platform to use for that. But figuring out the algorithms like we were talking about and using it to your advantage, or at least trying to, you can have its pros and its cons. For instance, if you get a lot of viewers to a certain video, maybe you only have like a 3-second view compared to, I don't know.
Right.
Watching the full minute that you may have, that's the preview.
Well, and they change that stuff too. So like I know Facebook, 3 seconds counts as a view. But like on YouTube, I think they have to watch the whole thing for it to actually count as a view.
I think so.
But it didn't used to be that way. It used to be shorter.
On Spotify, you have to listen for 30 seconds for it to be a stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's always interesting to talk about the ins and outs behind the scenes of these platforms and the analytics.
And they're all slightly different.
Right.
Yeah. There's different.
I've been watching mine. Same thing with the analytics and like views and stuff. If you just get on there for 30 seconds sort of thing, that will count it as a view. Maybe even if you just click on and click back, but I've noticed it watching mine as it starts to grow a little bit. It's still in the infancy of this podcast, and then of course transitioning over to YouTube and Rumble. But it's really interesting to watch and see like the different like groups of people, like the different age range, and like the different locations that they're in as well.
Yeah,
we had some watchers in France last night.
That's what amazes me, man. I'm like shocked at the people that you're able to reach internationally. Like we did the Spotify Wrapped thing, they give you the rundown. I looked at that. We reach people in 53 different countries.
Dude,
and like we've only played in the United States.
Right.
We've played in like maybe 7 or 8 states, mostly regional, but it's like how did we reach someone in Bulgaria or whatever? Like how,
Right.
but I don't know.
Well, I think what's different now
It's
is
wild.
like reading analytics is fun.
I think it's interesting. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite things to do is see who's listening, and it surprises you almost every time.
Where they're from, you can see like other artists that they listen to too. You can figure that kind of stuff out and what their interests are. I thought that was kind of cool too. Like Spotify gave like a breakdown of what your average listener was like. So like one of the ones that it was like our most of our listeners were like adventurers or whatever.
Yes,
so they were people who like to listen to
I was
different
an
music.
adventurer. That's what they told me yesterday when I checked.
Oh,
out.
you were an
I'm
adventurer. So
yes.
so
I was also an adventurer.
oh, interesting.
Congratulations.
I don't
It's
know
rap
what,
season,
I don't know what I am. I don't know.
But it's cool. It seems like each year the analytics get a little more specific.
Yeah, it's interesting.
This is, I guess, my 3rd Spotify Wrapped, and I remember, the first one I did in 2020 was not near as complex, or it was not as detailed. But the details that they gave me, there were a lot of things I did not know about the people who listen to my stuff, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you, Spotify.
Have you seen it continue to grow over the last 3 years as well?
Man, we're not seeing any crazy numbers, but we are seeing consistent growth month after month, and it's a slow crawl, but we're crawling. We are, and luckily the last 3 years we've seen growth each year.
Do you think that for some bands it takes longer for them to kind of break out than it does for others? That, I know not everybody necessarily has like a one-hit wonder that's overnight that makes them, but that is a thing. That's, you see people on TikTok that can have one video and that kind of makes them famous overnight. Remember that guy that was like riding a longboard and drinking
he made a whole year-long career out of it.
Cranberry juice, and he was famous overnight. And it's like, so why couldn't that be for a band? Why can't they like pump that sort of energy into like one of you guys?
Well, now, the way I think about it is like, overnight success is great. I don't think it will last.
Of course
not.
not.
I think the approach I'm trying to take is to build a base. Let's say something does go viral. Okay, cool. If it doesn't, I still got a base that I'm working on.
Of course.
Of people who are dedicated and who aren't just scrolling through my videos,
Yeah.
I think things that come quick don't last. Things that last don't come quick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any tattoos, but I would get that tatted on my forehead, That's something I try to think about every single day.
Right.
Because it's easy to compare yourself to all these, especially now.
One like what we were just talking about, like talking about the reels and looking at analytics, the Spotify, whatever. You see everybody else's numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, so you're like, oh, am I not?
Oh, mine's not that much. Oh shit, I suck.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not true.
Yeah, it does a weird thing, but yeah, everyone's in a different place.
Yeah.
And like, if you're dedicated to your art, eventually people are gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are gonna be dedicated to it as well.
Exactly.
They're gonna see that hard work. So.
Yeah. Hard work pays off.
Right. Hard work pays off, and just as whether it's a business or a band, like you guys talk about too, consistency and people that start to hear it more often, and the more music that you produce and come out with that they enjoy, and it only goes up from there.
Yeah.
So I think about with this too, it's like, even though I've done it for a short period of time, it's like sometimes I feel like maybe it should be more popular than what it is, but then I think back and it's like, well, I've only been doing this for a short period of time.
Yeah.
I still like need to put more into it and continue doing it over and over again. And
my stepdad, my stepbrothers, they have a podcast. It's called Just Press Play. It's about sports and stuff.
That's cool.
And last week they just filmed, I want to say they're like 410th episode.
Wow.
Consistently every week, 410 weeks.
Right. That's
a
lot of work.
It's like 4 years.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing it for years.
That's more than that, isn't it? There's 52 weeks in a year, so.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
It's like it's 400 episodes.
That's a lot of work.
Since I was in high school, they were
that'd be like 8 years or something, wouldn't it?
Just editing that probably took 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. No, they don't do the video. It's all audio. But still,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit less work.
Yeah, for sure. It's like it's cool to watch videos, but then whenever you realize that there's much more that goes into it aside from just making the video.
Oh yeah.
The editing and everything behind it, it takes so much more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the thing. You have to evolve. Like, modern day, if you want to be a musician, like you can't just be a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to figure out how to edit some videos on your phone.
Yeah.
Like, you're downloading this app. Like, man, how do I? You have to take some ownership with that stuff. And I feel like with a lot of that stuff, I've just like wasted no time. Like, I'm gonna get my hands dirty. Like, let's.
Props to all video editors.
Yeah, because it's really hard.
My man.
It is difficult.
My man.
Yeah, video editing is like a whole beast. And something that might be, it might only be a minute-long video.
Mm-hmm.
People get hours wrapped up into that minute video or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it had me thinking about, I recorded that vlog at Mountain Music Fest over the summer, and I had, basically, I had like 2 hours worth of footage altogether from like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it took so long, like weeks. I don't know how many weeks it took, but weeks on weeks, and I really dreaded doing it. But like, as I continued like going through it and getting closer to the end, it was like, man, like, it feels good to like finally be getting this together.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
creating the movie that I've had in my head for so long, and like
Feels
getting
good,
to
man.
the end. Yeah. And it's just there's a lot that goes into it. All right, good timing here. What time is it though?
Time for you to get a watch.
9:09. Thank you, Siri. Man, I don't know. I don't have anything else on the bullet point here. What do you like to do for fun, both of you?
Dude,
Besides music, obviously.
I mean, music is most of my life. I like to be outside. I like to not be outside at the same time.
You go hunting?
Yeah, I went back for the opening weekend of deer season in Arkansas.
Yeah,
a couple
I did
weekends
too.
ago.
Yeah.
My family has a big. It's not a family reunion, but it might as well be. Everybody goes and hunts together and stuff. And that's kind of where I started playing music too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Amen, man.
My grandpa used to play it every time, and he's getting old. Love him to death. Herschel Flanagan, he's the man. But so once I started playing for people, and it was my family at deer camp. That's how I started playing for people. I was so embarrassed of it, but in my family, those are the shoes I have to fill now because
Right.
He says I'm not long for this world, but you got to fill my shoes when I'm gone. So
Wow, man.
I'm a hunter. I am a hunter. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I heard that you were out doing a little bit of hunting
Yeah, I
yourself.
do a little hunting as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Kind of a similar story. I've spent the last, I don't know, maybe since I'm 30 now. So since I was like 12, I've been going up to deer camp and spending time with my dad and my grandpa. And that's just been, that's just the thing.
Well, you're not that different, man. That's awesome.
Not that different at all, man. And my dad is a musician, awesome musician. And he's basically who taught me, he's who got me started
Yeah.
and taught me basically everything I knew when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like to do a lot of the same stuff. I like to spend time outside, like to get out on the trails with my dogs and my wife. I got married in October.
Congratulations.
Yeah, nice.
I'm super excited about that. So we like to spend a lot of time together when I'm not doing this. That's the one downside of this that I would say you're 24, do it right now. As you get older, man, I would rather, if it's not worth it, man, I'd rather be home with my wife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'd rather be doing that and spending time relaxing. Whereas back in the day, I would just go,
Yeah.
and didn't really consider that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say a lost habit of mine that I don't do enough that I want to keep doing more is metal detecting. Dude,
Oh.
I got a metal detector. I think I was 13. I got one for Christmas. I still have it. Never changed the batteries, and it still works. And probably once every few months, me and my brother will go out and we'll just go dig up a bunch of shit. And
Find anything good?
no.
But it's fun, though.
I'd say the coolest thing we found a couple old Matchbox cars in my old house in Nashville. They tore it down, but a Matchbox car. That's about it. A lot of bottle caps, a lot of cans.
I've always wanted to go out to Ace when they have it's super low and they have
Oh,
the water
yeah.
super low and go out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Because man, there's some people dropping some sunglasses, some jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a good YouTube video.
Those-
It might be pretty dark down in the water.
Those guys who throw those big magnets in the river,
Yeah.
pull
Oh,
up
that's wild.
guns and stuff.
Right.
Man, they're like solving crimes out there.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of this one guy. His name's like Jigging with Jared or something.
I've seen
like
him,
that.
yeah.
And he he'll go out in the waters like Florida and get people's cell phones and guns and whatever else they find, random
Man.
jewelry.
Yeah.
Make
Sounds
some
like fun.
content.
That sounds like
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun. It's like I would quit what I was doing and go pursue that full time.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do we sign up? Where's the application?
Right. Have you ever been to the beach?
Yeah, so where I'm from, when you go to the beach, you go south to the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, you go to
Yeah.
Texas,
No, South Padre is a big spot.
Uh-huh.
We go to Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
You basically drive directly south of where I'm from and drive down the beach some. Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Pensacola, shit like that.
Okay.
Um,
So is the sand still white? At
It's
that
white,
point?
man. It's
Okay.
beautiful. Now, you get into Texas, it's
It's a little different.
brown, it's rocky, it's a lot of shells.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the Texas beaches. We used to go to Galveston some, but yeah, the white beaches are the nice ones.
White beaches are
Yeah.
nice. I was always used to the Carolina beaches growing up. And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
A couple years ago, we went to Florida for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I got spoiled.
That's nice,
The
yeah.
white beaches. Siesta Key was the first Florida trip that I went
Yeah.
on. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. It's that white sand is awesome. It's
Yeah.
down there in Siesta Key. They've got crystal quartz sand. So it's like the smallest granular sand in the world.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
Very soft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Metal detecting. I've never done any metal detecting myself. but
Me
I always
either.
thought,
That
you know,
sounds like
No,
fun.
it's like I said, it's a lost habit, or not? Or it's a lost hobby.
Uh-huh.
It's been a couple months since I've done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want to get back in. It's collecting dust in my room right
Sounds
now.
like fun, man.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe if you've been to the beach, if you've done any metal detecting out there before.
I've not, but that'd be a place to go do it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this. There's this guy on YouTube that I watch. His name is Charles Ross, but his channel's called It's called Vlog Creations, and he does pranks. And one of these prank videos that he did, he buried a metal detector in the sand, and went around with a gold chain or like a chain. He was doing this and was telling people that he was looking for the radar detector, for
the metal detector.
Yeah, and then he found it.
That's
and
funny.
it up, and people were like, "What in the world? Like, oh, that's possible." He's like, "Oh yeah, people they just
It's a
sit
thing.
down here and forget about it. And they buried in sand." As it is.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it's something stupid I had to think about there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's-
it. You guys aren't rocking and on the road. Is there what particular things you like to watch, or what kind of things you like to learn?
Dude, I am an Office buff. I love The Office.
Oh yeah, man.
Like the show.
The
or-
show.
Okay.
The show.
Okay.
Man, I will let that. I like to just let it play in the
Yeah.
background, you know, and I don't necessarily watch it, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen it all, you know, but it's really just for background noise for me to do things around the house, you know.
Right.
But yeah,
I can't say that I really ever watched The Office, but I do know that Rainn Wilson recently changed his name. Did you hear about that?
No.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's something I don't really watch anymore, but I used to watch
watched it
it
in
just
high school.
endlessly. I used to
Yeah.
watch it all the time.
What is it?
And I know what you mean. It's like one of those things you put on. It's like, I don't really know what I want to watch, but I'm going to put that on. It's like a comfort.
While I figure out what I want to watch,
It's
I'm
like a
watch The
comfort
Office.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rainn Wilson recently changed his name to Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter Wilson.
Of course he did.
Due to the extreme climate change. that's happening in the world.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
Wow. I mean, it's not the worst name I've heard, I guess.
What do you think was like maybe one of the worst names that you've heard?
Oh, I don't know.
I watched or I heard a radio segment on the way to school when I was in probably high school, and it was like, you know, calling in, tell us your weird baby names. And this baby named her baby Dr. Love, you know, and they
Right.
could have just said that on the radio to get a kick out of it, but there's a baby out there
What-
named Dr. Love.
Was it abbreviated? DR period? Or was it spelled out doctor?
I don't know. I don't know. There's also a girl I went to high school with. It was LaDasha,
Oh, yeah.
you know, L-A
Dash.
Dash.
Apostrophe.
or dash
Oh.
A. It was like
What?
LaDasha.
Yeah. Yeah.
LaDash-A.
Yeah, I heard one.
Maybe I heard that in a joke.
I
might
heard
not have
one
went
that
on to high
was-
school with somebody like that.
A
Sorry,
similar
LaDasha.
one that was the princess.
The princess.
D-U apostrophe princess. The princess. And that
That's
first
funny.
name, like, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There's one I'm thinking of, but since the child is real and like they know who I am, I'm not going to say their name. But yesterday, the guest that we had on, Kevin Farrell, Kevolution, he was talking about a guy that he knows who's named Herb Gardner.
Ooh, I like that.
I'd say
Amen.
my response was, what, like cilantro or like basil? And he was like, no, his name is Herb Gardner. I was like, oh, okay. Like, interesting.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be good if my parents didn't name me like Blue.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be
Bluegrass.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, man.
I
You
gotta
go-
go to the bathroom really bad.
Go for it, man.
Can I run real quick?
Yeah, go right for it. Yeah,
Cool.
no problem. No problem. Yeah. Freeze frame.
He doesn't know they don't have a bathroom here.
No, he's got to go out back next
Yeah,
to the
he's-
dumpster.
Yeah, he's got. Just don't smoke out there.
Colton, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the podcast.
Glad to be back, man.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
I can't really say that you like when you played here last time. We didn't do an interview because we didn't have any of this set up. But I mean,
But
we've
when I
chatted
played here
plenty
with
of times.
Friendly
Oh,
Fire,
yeah,
we
Friendly
talked.
Fire interview. That's right. That's right. So
That was like in April, I think. So
yeah, March, April, something like that.
yeah,
Took a long hiatus after the Sacred AV packed up and went on the road.
yeah,
So, yeah, it's good to be
Yeah.
back doing this again.
yeah. They're busy, man.
Oh, I know.
They're-
very busy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but they're the
it-
best.
it's-
if they
it's
weren't the
insane.
best, then they wouldn't be busy. so
I
much.
swear, every time we go somewhere, we go play a festival or we go wherever, or I even just go to a show.
Right.
Larry
Yep.
is there,
Larry's there,
doing
yep.
something, which is just amazing. He's always there.
A busy man, and
Absolutely.
as you can see with all the amount of equipment, I mean it's really professional stuff. One of these fellows was standing here earlier talking about how he does a podcast back home, but it's nowhere near what we've got here, sort of thing. It's like, yeah,
This place is awesome.
it's got all the bells and whistles.
When it's like, yeah, I mean, it's fully functional venue, but it's also a studio, and yeah, we're doing podcasts over here in the green room. It's, you know,
Right before the show.
yeah,
Before the show,
all in house. The lights are great. The sound's great. I mean,
Everything's
yeah.
perfect, isn't it?
it's hard, it's really hard to
As good
beat,
as it can
honestly.
be, I
Well,
suppose.
and I remember the first time I came here, I didn't really know what to expect. And I went into the control room. I'm like, this is like the Pentagon. Like, this is some serious stuff you guys
Yeah.
got going on here. So, yeah, we played here last week and it was awesome. It was awesome. We got to play with John Ingram, and I got done playing. And I looked down at the end of this hallway, and Sierra Farrell's standing there, and I'm a mega fan. So I was like, man, this is so cool. And she came to the show, and I was like, I wanted to talk to her so bad. So I was like, well, here's my chance to go talk to her. So I did.
Right.
And she was like, you guys slayed. Like, that was the first thing she said. I was like, whoa. Yeah, that was super cool. And yeah, I don't know. I just, there's a beauty to this place. It's like, and I feel like every time I'm here, it's like I'm seeing other people that I know from other bands, other scenes. Like, a lot of the crowd that comes here, they're like serious patrons of the arts, you know, or
you know, here just in West Virginia in general, there's a lot of people that really support the music scene.
they're hungry, man.
They are hungry. They had to
Love
stay in
that.
their house for 2 years, and they couldn't go out to anything. Of course, they're thirsty.
It was definitely amazing to watch it, like not 2020, but in 2021, like May and June, as the show started coming back.
Right.
Just how lawless people were, and just how wild people were. I don't know.
Break out of that shell they've been stuck in, you know.
I will say it gave me some weird anxiety the first time being around like a lot of people. Like,
yeah.
whoa, kind of forgot about that.
It gave me weird anxiety just talking to people again, because I mean, still talk to people, just like generally, like trying to doing interviews like this when I started out last year, like mad anxiety over it. Yeah, so I hadn't yet. Yeah, sometimes I'm like that anyways. Or like, come in, I've been busy, had a busy day already today, working and stuff. Got off right before I got here, and I came in. Traffic was wild. I was all amped up. And you got to be able to unwind.
Yeah, Larry
from
said
that,
there's a
so
parade.
There was a parade here in Dunbar, and they had half the town shut down.
Yeah.
I managed to skip across the bridge real quick before they started having everybody go. But it was the whole parking lot at Kroger was packed with cars and
Trucks with
vehicles,
lights all over
on
them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
People lined up and down the side of the streets.
Our Airbnb is within walking distance from here.
Oh,
And
really?
it took us like 15 minutes to get back here in the car. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, traffic was horrible out there.
Man.
But I love a good Christmas parade. You know?
Yeah, Christmas parades are fun, though.
Yeah.
At least for the kids, they are, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
the one in my town, it happens every year, and as a kid, I loved it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Made traffic harder today. It's an adult problem.
Right. Well, let's see. What's our time right now? 38 minutes. We can keep it going for a little bit longer, I suppose. Would you mind to give me a drink, Johnny? Please. Just a water. That'd be a good. Thank you, sir. I don't have any signals for drinks yet, but
It's all good.
I'm a little bit parched.
Hey man.
Give me something to drink.
How long y'all normally keep these going?
An hour. Sometimes
straight up.
an hour and a half. Like, really just depends on
Okay.
how much we get talking,
Yeah.
what we go on about. I mean, I don't know.
I'm easy. I might try to go get another beer out there.
Yeah, if you want to, no problem. I told Johnny.
Oh.
Should have told Johnny real quick.
Text my brother. He's out there.
There you go. Let's see what else. What else here? So we've talked about touring. We've talked about your music. We talked about some of your hobbies. Did you go to college?
I went to University of Arkansas.
Yeah. Did you get a degree?
I got a degree in communication.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
what was your plan with the communications degree?
Well, you know, about halfway through college is kind of when I got my band together and kind of started doing music seriously.
Right.
And I was like really close to dropping out, you know. But I had like a semester left, and
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
I'm glad I stuck it out. I mean, but like I was ready to just, you know, I was in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I was ready to leave there and go straight to Nashville because I'd kind of decided like it's time to get away from the college town and go to somewhere where I can
Right.
further this, you know. And but yeah, I went to college. It was cool.
Mhm.
Had a great time. Still, once a year I play a show in my college town, and we draw a great crowd. It's great. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Check it out if you haven't. It's like on the top 10 places to live in America.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Really pretty area, yeah. It's like the one part of Arkansas that's like people are proud of. Yeah, yeah. It's like
Never-
where Walmart was from. Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought Walmart's from Bentonville.
Bentonville is about
Close?
15 minutes north of Fayetteville. It's all kind
Okay.
of the same area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What's cool to do in Arkansas aside from?
I mean, if you're an outdoor buff, you're in heaven.
Yeah.
You know, you can go a lot of good camping, a lot of good hiking. You know, everything else, not a whole lot of. You know, Arkansas is
Right.
great. I love it. The music scene's not super thriving. You know,
Mhm.
there's some pretty decent venues in some towns. But I mean, yeah, Arkansas is just a good place to be from. I like to say,
Mhm.
you know, this is a good place to grow up. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's not a whole lot to like go actively seek out in Nashville or in Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know, there's no pro teams. It's a cool outdoor place.
Mhm.
Yeah, is what I was saying. Yeah.
Well, kind of almost sounds like West Virginia to an extent.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
don't have
there's-
any pro teams either.
Right, no pro teams. We've got the Charleston. Dirty
Although,
Birds now.
if you talk to people around here, they'll tell you that Steelers are a pro team. But
We're the Cowboys.
whatever.
You know, yeah.
yeah, I'd have to say no on the Steelers.
yeah, I'm the
Actually.
same way. I'm just like
Yeah, Mountaineer fan, but West Virginia sucked kind of this year, probably due to their coach.
pretty rough.
As it goes, I'm just.
It's one of those
with
things.
The sports.
So yeah, I'm a big Marshall fan. I've been a Marshall fan since I was a kid. So that's
But you went to Marshall though. Didn't
yes,
you?
I did.
And you were in the Marshall band, weren't you?
I was in the Marching Thunder 4 years. I
Oh,
played
nice.
played the bottom bass,
Hell yeah.
loudest thing on the field, and I really smacked that thing.
Yeah, you did.
Wow. And yeah, that was awesome. But it's always been hard being a Marshall fan because it's just like even on the years we're really good, it's still like we always blow it.
right. Kind
We
of like
always
West
blow.
Virginia.
We
does.
always. Oh yeah, West Virginia. I mean, they had games won this year that they just blew.
Mhm.
Totally blew. Is what
if
it
they,
is.
If they blow the backyard brawl, then it's over for the rest of the season. If they don't beat Pitt to begin with, I consider it to be over. But who am I?
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know anything
that's
about
that's the main thing. Like, I like sports, but I try to not take it too seriously because I just feel like exactly.
Right,
Who
yeah,
am
I
I?
don't know anything about sports.
Yeah.
I just like to
I
bullshit
really
about it.
don't know anything about sports.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any. I wrestled in middle school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I played golf in high school.
that's cool.
The coach
I like
liked
playing
me.
golf.
I'm not good at golf, but the coach liked me, and
Nice, man.
you know, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Got to cut class early and stuff, which was nice.
Nice.
They probably don't make you like run in
No.
golf
Right.
either. Whereas a lot of other sports, it's like there's a lot of running going on.
Yeah,
They just make you carry a 50-pound bag around for 18 holes. You know.
yeah. So you don't get to ride a golf cart.
No.
Yeah.
They don't want to trust a bunch of 14.
Yeah, I
It
get
makes
that. I
sense.
get
16-year-olds
that.
out there.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make them walk.
That's cool.
It gives you
I,
character, though. Yeah.
Not to like brag about my self endeavors or anything, but I recently, back over the summer, I bought a massive collection of golf clubs from my neighbor.
Oh, nice.
And
I saw that. I saw where you were making a post, and I wasn't sure if that was just something you were into, or you just kind of inherited that, or.
no, it's I bought them. They were having a yard sale. What it was, my neighbor passed away about a year ago, and his wife, she's trying to sell her house, or in the process, she wants to, but he had like 20 bags of golf clubs and a bunch of other stuff, and they had a yard sale and had all the golf clubs and bags and everything lined up outside their house. And I went over and bought a couple things, and I told them like, hey, what do you plan on doing with the rest of this stuff? And they're like, oh, it's like we got to get rid of it. It's like, well, I don't particularly need them, but it's like I'll come back at the end of the day, and whatever's left, like maybe we can strike up and
Work something out,
work
yeah.
out something, yeah. So that's what I did. At the end of the day, I came back, still all the golf clubs
Oh,
there.
nice.
They had sold a couple bags, and I made them an offer on all of them and loaded them up in the back of my truck and took them out to the driving range, and there's a golf course that's out over at
Like South Charleston.
it's not South Charleston, it's Tornado.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Bogies. That's the driving range. But
Bogies,
The golf
yeah.
course is Big Bend. And the people at Bogies, they let me set up right next to it, and sold golf clubs for a couple weeks.
That's cool.
Yeah, over and over again.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I used to work at a liquor store called Bogies, Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was over COVID.
Yeah.
It's fun time.
You ever get some real characters in there coming to buy liquor?
Well, so like when I first moved to Nashville, I was there in January, March happened, COVID happened. So I did go home back to Arkansas for like 2 months. And in that time, the liquor stores were still wide open. And it was right around the time that like the stimulus checks were
Oh
coming out.
yeah.
Right.
And the liquor store I worked at was in the same building as a bank.
Perfect.
So you would see these people go from the bank
Straight
right around to the liquor store and
Right.
drop stacks on some liquor. you know?
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what it was, but in my neighborhood where I used to live, it was like the stimulus check hit, and it was right around Memorial Day.
Oh yeah.
Right before Memorial Day, and I swear to you, the people in my neighborhood spent their entire stimulus check on fireworks. And all they did, I mean, from Memorial Day through Labor Day, I mean, it was like the whole summer and into the fall, like every night, fireworks in my neighborhood.
That's cool.
I mean, God bless America. I mean,
Right.
it wasn't the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
But it was funny though. I didn't get my stimulus check till super late, man. I didn't get it until I filed my taxes.
Yeah, I waited
Like
till
later.
the very end, and then I got.
And I got it all at
or
once.
all three at once.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what happened
yeah,
to me.
that was nice.
Same
Yeah.
thing happened to me, man. Which in a way was nice because it kind of saved it for me.
Yeah, it did.
Here you go.
I managed to keep on to mine for more than longer than I expected to, and it is nice to have that extra little security net there that
Yeah.
I hadn't had before. So yeah,
Good times.
Yeah.
What a weird time though, too.
weird
Strange.
time for sure.
Yeah.
And but hey, we made it through it. We're alive.
We're here.
We're back here. We're not wearing
Amen.
masks.
We're playing live music
Yeah.
tonight.
Amen.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no mandates.
Mm.
Our governor here in West Virginia, he's going to end COVID on January 1st.
Wow.
He's going to end the COVID restrictions in the state of West Virginia.
He's like a real life pro wrestler. Like he's like in
Can
real
we-
life.
Can we get him one of those Mexican wrestler masks to stick?
Every time he goes on TV, I mean, he's cutting promos. I swear. I don't know, man.
Maybe you should have him on your show.
He would be a hilarious.
I'd rather have his
guest.
baby dog on the show.
Oh, baby,
have
dude.
Pork chop on here.
I'll
bro.
do anything for Baby Dog.
Oh, that's funny.
There's that meme of him holding his dog,
Yes.
showing his dog's ass out to everybody in the I don't know the
Yeah.
Senate floor. Or
That's what I'm
wherever.
talking about. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I want to see more politicians doing that. Like that's what I'm
I feel like
talking
I should
about.
work my way up first. I don't know if I want to have politicians on the show, but like
Man,
maybe
I
get
gotta
that
start
too, yeah.
small.
You can maybe
Yeah.
get some local politicians,
Right. They'll be telling me like
city
here's-
council people.
they'll be like here's the press statement. Here's what you can ask, and here's what you cannot ask. And it's like
Right.
throw that right out the window instantly. Sorry, Wes, you're gonna kill me, bro. So yeah, Wes Erie's painting behind me here.
I like it.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's cool. I dig it. I won't dig it if I end up breaking it though, so I'm gonna refrain from doing any motions behind my head. But lots of cool art around here, as you can tell.
Yeah. I can get down
We've
with
got
it.
some blacklight art here from the Hole in the Wall studio.
Yeah, that's super cool.
This.
It's ambiguous.
There you go. Yeah, this painting behind you here, that's Mr. Larry's from when he was a teenager or a young adult, I believe,
Oh,
is what he
wow.
told me.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I don't really know
got-
anything about painting, but I really like when it's like packed on. I
Packed
guess
on-
that's
yeah,
like
the layers.
acrylic? Is that acrylic paint?
Probably.
There's textures to it.
Yeah, I like the texture to it, and as you can see, there's 4 different pieces there, 4 different canvases
Oh,
together as one. Yeah,
Wow.
Nice.
looks like there's a guy wailing on the guitar, and maybe I see some butterflies and a dove and some other cool stuff. There's a lot going on in it, isn't there?
I like that.
I didn't even notice it. I hadn't looked behind me. I just
Right.
been looking at you. So
Yeah. How can you not look at this ugly mug? And over here on our right, we've got Drew Carey next to
Oh.
the alien palm tree there,
That's
sort of thing.
is
Yeah,
that Drew Carey?
It's supposed to be Drew Carey, yeah.
It looks more like Ken to me.
That's what we were saying last night. He kind of looked like a Ken doll, or like what's Superman's alter ego?
Clark
Clark
Kent.
Kent.
Clark Kent. There you go. Yeah, pick him up. Here, grab him there.
This is cool. It's heavier than I thought. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Zoom
think
in.
I don't think the hair's right though. Drew Carey's hair, it might be light, but it's not like jet blonde like that.
I mean, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to love that show when I was a kid. Whose line?
Whose
Oh my
line is
gosh.
it, anyways? Yeah,
Dude, that was
it's classic.
when I was a kid. That was like my favorite thing to watch. Wayne Brady.
Wayne
Like,
Brady's
come on,
funny.
dude.
What's that other guy? What's the white dude on there? It's tall and lanky.
There's a guy named Ryan. Ryan something or another, and there's a dude Colin something.
It's
or another.
Colin, yeah. Colin's
He's
what I'm
hilarious.
thinking of, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
hilarious.
all those guys are really funny together.
Yeah.
But they had such great chemistry too, and it's like you
I was
tell
like when
that
they would do
really
the
enjoyed it.
songs. Like they
Yeah.
would just make up songs on the spot,
Like
and they were
improv
so
songs.
good.
Yeah.
And the band was so good.
Right.
Like, wow. Like yeah.
They should bring that back.
Something like that.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah. And I don't know how live it really was, but it was at least in front of a live audience.
Yeah, of course.
So
you got to have some people there
cool.
to laugh at your jokes and stuff, right?
It'd be really
It
dry.
would just be crickets. They have to add in. They hit the button.
That's what they're gonna do here.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna add in crickets.
He's like, we don't have no cricket button.
Come on, cue the crickets. Come on.
Rub your legs together. Sorry, bro. No, I'm just messing with you. What time we got on now? 5:00. Okay, right on. So let's do that for 10 more minutes here. Is there anything you guys would like to plug before we get off here?
I'll let you go first. You're the guest.
I mean, go listen to my music. I want to plug my own music. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Not anything brand new that we can plug right now. Stick with us, man. I promise it's coming.
Okay. Colton?
I actually have a brand new release today.
Oh, what?
But
just talking
but
about
not as me. I've kind of in the last couple of years I've been taking on more gigs, kind of recording, producing, things like that. So a band called Space Freak, a new band. Sam Mills, Brandon Dent. We had Lars Swanson play bass for the session. And we cut an EP at my house. So we released that today.
Sweet.
nice.
And so I produced it, mixed, mastered, all that good stuff, and even played some keys on it.
How many songs?
It's only 2 tracks. We recorded like 5 or 6 jams.
Yeah.
We narrowed it down to like the 2 songs we felt were the best, and we're gonna do sometime in the new year. We're gonna do a full album. They're gonna come over to my house. We're gonna do a full album. So that came out today. I gotta plug my boys. I gotta plug them first. I'm mastering my buddy Al Cardwell. We've been playing music with him for years in various bands, and I'm mastering his debut album. So I'm working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna release another Weak Sauce record. So I've been
sweet.
doing these hip hop kind of mixtape deals. I guess they're EPs, usually like 7 songs. But I've got another one that's in the can. I'm in kind of like the final stages of that. So Weak Sauce 4 coming soon.
Hey, you're staying busy, aren't
Dude,
you?
I'm like nonstop. Even when I have like downtime, that's when I will usually dive in and tackle these recording projects.
Yeah.
Or I'm kind of always writing and just
Right.
It's a
So
thing. Just what I do.
3 different bands, a solo project, right?
Yeah, well, I only play in one band anymore. I just play with the Settlement. Like, that's my only band that I'm with full time.
Okay.
So, yeah, like everything else, I'm kind of functioning more as like a producer, manager type.
Okay.
Or sub. I sub with people, but
Right.
yeah, as far as full time, it's just the Settlement. And, like, I picked up these solo gigs kind of like almost last minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't pursue that as much.
Right.
But I've been recording my solo shows, and that's been cool. It's kind of like I'm making demos, but I'm live. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I like that. I
This
don't
was
know.
kind of a last-minute show, though.
Yeah, I found out. I was
Wednesday?
here on Friday asking. I didn't even find out until maybe Wednesday morning that I was going to be doing this.
I found out about this Wednesday morning.
So yeah.
So it's
It's
last
pretty
minute.
quick all thrown
yeah.
together, huh?
Yeah.
Thank
It
you
worked
so much
out.
to the shop.
Yeah, I did a session down at Big River, which is also in Dunbar.
Right. It's just
So-
right across the street.
Yeah, that was my first time being there. I'd been at their old location, but I had a session there today, so it actually could not have worked out better.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Get 2 birds stoned at once,
Hell yeah, he does.
right?
Yeah. That's how it's.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Something.
What's it mean to have 2? What is it? 2 birds in 1 hand is something in the bush.
It's
What
worth
is it?
2 in the bush, or
Yeah. What's that
something.
shit even mean?
Something about birds and bushes. I don't know.
What are we even talking about now?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, how does that saying go?
I
Or
don't
what?
know, here. One bird in the hand is worth 2 hands in the bush. That's it. Okay. Siri, what does 1 bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush mean?
She won't know.
Is that
She
right?
won't know.
Here's an answer from phrases.org UK. The proverb "a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush" means that it's better to hold on to something you have rather than take the risk of getting something better, which may come to nothing.
So the grass
that's
isn't
real
always
shit.
greener on the
Yeah,
other side.
that's
Yeah,
real
the,
shit
the
right there.
grass ain't greener, the wine ain't sweeter either side of the hill.
Right. Interesting.
that.
And yeah, the more you know.
Wow.
I've always wondered that. Well, yeah, that's a
That makes a lot of sense. I mean,
yeah, it is. Instead of thinking like what could be better, just being content and
Being content, being present with
in
what
the
you
moment.
got.
Right. It's almost like a form of I can't think of it. It'll come back to me here though. I don't know, guys. I'll think of it again. Maybe. It's being in the moment. It's. See, I wish we weren't recording this live, and then we could just cut this part right
what
here.
are you looking for? Like awareness,
Mindfulness.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Being
like
in the
it's
moment,
like a
being
whole
fully
thing.
aware of what
It's-
you're doing and not thinking of anything else.
Yeah,
It's-
mindfulness is
it's
like,
almost like a-
yoga for people who don't
Yeah.
want to call it yoga.
Right. It's a different form of meditation as well.
Medication? Meditation.
Meditation. Yeah.
It could be medication.
Could be under the right
be.
circumstances.
Yeah.
It'd be a clean medication without any side effects, though.
Right.
It's a good one.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes it's I think of these things, but it's stuck right on the tip of my tongue.
I get it, man.
Well, awesome. I think that's been a good show so far.
It's a blast.
Appreciate you all coming on and talking.
Thanks for having us, man.
Jed, thank you. Colton, thank you again. Guys, come on down to the shop tonight and see the band. They're going to be starting here probably within the next 30 minutes, I'd say,
I'm probably going to start like as soon as we get done.
as soon as we get done. So, come down to the shop here in Dunbar, West Virginia. Support live local music. Check out my page, Grassroots 304 Podcast, on Facebook, on Instagram at Mike Grassroots. I'm also on Rumble and YouTube. Go check that out, the Grassroots 304 Podcast. Guys, want to shout out your URLs or anything real quick?
Jed Harrelson, under about anything.
Yeah, if you search my name, you'll find me. Colton Settle. You'll find me.
There you go. You hear it there, guys. Again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Peace
you,
out.
guys.